is up, guys? It's your boy Jay, and today we are back with another video. I know it's been a while, but the topic of today's video is 5 things I absolutely do not like about my other musician peers. And I know everyone's all into being positive and shit today, but I'm out here bringing another perspective. Alright? So, the first thing that I do not like, and in fact that I despise about other musicians, is I do not like people who want to be artists or be musicians without practicing and getting good in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's cool that you want to make a song or whatever, but you have to be able to, like, you know, switch from playing like C. You have to be able to do that, you know what I mean? Or you have to be able to kind of sing in tune, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, that's my first thing that I do not like. Alright, now, the second thing that I do not like, and that kind of pisses me off, is people who really overthink when they're playing. Like, they get too scared to try new things, or they're too scared to play slightly out of time, especially in like a jamming context, you know what I mean? Like, and I could be guilty of this myself sometimes when especially if it's like an open jam thing and I just get on stage and I'm playing. Sometimes it could be stressful, like you never know. Still, like, just pick up the guitar, try something new, you never know, you might create some magic, you feel me? The next thing I do not like, I cannot stand it when people are running late. And this is a big issue in the arts community, from what I've learned. In my experience is people casually show up like 30 to 40 minutes late to like a rehearsal or something. And granted, I've run late, but almost every time I've run late, I'm letting people know I'm running late well in advance. People will run late like 20 to 40 minutes, sometimes even an hour for like a rehearsal or a music video shoot, when people are paying for the space, you know what I'm saying? So like, not only is that disrespectful, but you're wasting other people's time and money. And then people complain about getting not paid enough and stuff like that. It's just like, bro, if you're complaining about not getting paid enough, maybe show up on time, bro. Oh, the next thing I do not like about musicians is sometimes a lot of them have big egos. Now, I have an ego sometimes myself, but, you know, I feel like I try and I keep it humble for the most part. Like, I don't think I'm a god. I acknowledge that I'm only competent at my instrument because I've spent a lot of time and I've taken lots of lessons with it. You know what I mean? Like, I've put in some works in it, so I could say, like, yeah, I'm somewhat of a professional musician, but I'm not gonna, like, think of myself as motherfucking Slash or whatever, you know what I mean? Or not yet, at least. The next thing I do not like about musicians is musicians can be flaky, you know what I mean? Like, respond to my text, bro. I mean, this is part of my issue. I have a hard time responding to text sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't even know what it is. It could be a super hot chick. I don't want to text her back. I don't want to text back my bandmate, but I always try, and I try my best to do that. But the worst thing is when you're trying to make something happen and people are just ignoring your texts. You know what I mean? So really the only way to deal with that is to double text, you know, stuff like that. Be a little pushy. That's how you get things done in this world, from what I've learned in my life, being 22. Hit the double text, hit that triple text, sometimes even quadruple. You know what I mean? Because IDK, what it is about musicians, we're just hard to reach. We're annoying people. You know what I mean? And yeah, dude, I just graduated from Berkeley, for example. And another thing that, like, I just can't stand is musicians are just weird. Like, a lot of people are just weird. You know what I mean? Like, I remember there's been so many times where it's like my first day in class, I'll sit next to someone, I'm like, hey, what's up? And the person will be like, acting like I, like, did something evil by being like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. Just like, people are whack as fuck these days. Maybe it's just a Northeast thing, or like, whatever, a higher education snobbery thing, but yeah, people are weird as hell these days. I don't get it. You know what I mean? That's why I like going to Europe. Alright, signing out.